So before we start this video, myself and the rest of third gear has a special announcement for you guys.
Alright, so the third gear crew has a little announcement about Motorama.
This is so out of tune. We're going to be at Motorama!
Yes, we are all going to be at Motorama. My car, the Z06, is going to be having a new wrap revealed at the show. The Duramax will be there as well with a new wrap. Nick, your Camaro, right?
My Camaro will be there with the Diablo Formula Racing booth with Andy.
My Duramax will be representing InShane Designs, and the Corvette will be representing InShane Designs and Andy with Diablo Formula Racing as well.
My McDonald's will be there somewhere. Just look for this and that
And by McDonald's, Troy means McLaren.
Yeah, the McLaren will sometimes may or may not be referred to as a McDonald's. So if you hear that, no, it was not autocorrect.
Point being, we're all going to be at Motorama. It's going to be an awesome show. It is held at the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex
In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
That's right. So unless you live in like California or Australia, you definitely should be there. Find a way to get there because we're going to be having, well, what all are we going to have there?
We'll definitely have a lot of stuff for sale. Shirts, we'll have hats, and maybe a few other things for us individually.
We'll be there. They'll come out and see us. Come hang out. You know, we'll love to meet you guys. We'll sign some stuff for you, get some pictures,
And
whatever.
Nick will play the guitar.
Yeah.
That's right.
My out-of-tune guitar.
But go to MotoramaEvents.com. There you can find all the info on the event as well as different hotels in the area if you're from far away.
And of course, we will put the links to that event in the description. All the information you need will be there. We hope to see all of you at the show.
What's going on, guys? So the wait is over and I finally get to install my racing seats from Corbeau. These are the FX1 Pro seats, and this seat only weighs 17 pounds. I'm literally holding it with one arm right now. I could probably lift it in the air, but I wouldn't be able to balance it and probably fall in my car, so I'm not gonna do that. So the reason it basically weighs nothing is because this is a fiberglass shell, and no, I cannot recline it because it is a one-piece shell. However, this is a very unique seat because most shells you can only side mount, which means you have to fix it to your car and you can't move it back and forth. Well, this particular seat comes with bottom mounts that you can mount to a slider, and I actually have the slider right here that I can show you guys. This is also from Corbeau, and it is specific to my 2013 Camaro. It'll work with any 2010 to 2015 Camaro, and you can go on their site and you can find pretty much any slider for your car, or if you don't find one, you can find a universal slider and then you can fix it to whatever application you're using it for. But this here is a double locking slider, so but this here is a double locking slider as opposed to a single locking, so both sides lock. Obviously, it has more stability and it's just more secure. And another cool thing about these custom brackets, if your seat has a fixed seat belt to it, what Corbeau does is they put these elbows on here so you can put your seatbelt latch on this bracket. So if you don't feel the need to buy any type of harness system, you can still use your stock seat belts with this seat. And I've already test fitted it in my Camaro and it fits absolutely perfect. So it should be an easy installation. Now, a couple more things that are pretty cool about this seat. The padding is actually removable. So this back piece is removable, where you sit is removable, and then their leg piece is also removable. And you can choose different seat covers. They either have the regular cloth, which what I got. They have a leather, and they also have a micro suede, which is kind of like Alcantara, if you want to call it that. And this particular seat will hold up to a 5-point harness, and it also has these leather wear patches here, which are pretty cool to basically strengthen the life of the seat. But the main reason I really went with these seats, honestly, is because they were so light. And they were a lot cheaper than some of the seats out there, the seats that are upwards of almost $1,000. I just couldn't bring myself to spending that much money, and these seats are the best you can buy. If you want budget seats that are pretty much race ready, fiberglass shell, they feel comfortable. I already sat in them now. Granted, I didn't sit in them while they were in my car, but I did sit in them on the ground and they're pretty comfortable for what they are for a fiberglass shell. So I'm pretty excited to get these put in the car. And before we start, I do want to thank Corbeau for helping me and for sending me these seats. I will have their link in the description of this video. But other than that, let's get started. Alrighty, so cool thing is Corbeau comes with pretty good installation guidelines. Let's see, remove your stock seats, which we've already done. If you guys didn't see that video, I've actually already removed the front seats and the rear seats of this car, as well as removed a bunch of plastic and carpeting that was pretty much unnecessary for the car. And basically my plans for it are just to cut as much weight as possible without completely ripping the car apart. I kind of want some of the stuff still there, but I'm just getting rid of unnecessary weight, really. So basically, let's see, remove bolts from the bottom of the Corbeau. Yeah, all right, cool. Sounds pretty simple to me. So first we have to remove the bolts from the bottom of the seat and then put the bracket on, and then we'll put it in the car. All right, so that's all the way out, and what you do is you want to line up the front holes first and then push the slider all the way back and then do the back ones and then tighten all 4 of them. So that's what we're going to do. The cool thing about this installation is it literally requires 2 tools. Once we got the top 2 in, we're going to slide this back all the way now, just like that. And then we can access these rear bolts. So now that we've got everything lined up pretty well, we're going to tighten these rear ones and then we'll tighten the front ones. Voila, done. Now we can put it in the car. All right, so Camaro specifically, I don't know how it is with other cars. These only have 2 in the rear, and the front actually sit and lock in. So that's how I have to install these, so we can make sure those are both locked down tight. So yeah, we're just gonna make sure these are seated correctly. Yep, they're in there good. I'm gonna easily access this bolt back here. So we're gonna do this one first, and then I'm gonna have to move the seat forward to get the other one. Cool thing about these seats too is this back is like a gloss black finish. It's not just some plain old fiberglass back. They actually finished it really nice. So before we tighten that one, I'm going to do the other side here so we can get it lined up correctly. So I actually changed my mind. We're going to start with the inside of the seat because this one is a little hard to get to. It's nothing really that Corbeau did wrong. It's just that the factory Camaro bolts are this little star pattern here, which I think it's like a T50? Yeah, it's a T50 bit, so I can't get like a wrench in there. So I have to come down from the top, and it's hard to come down from the top on this bracket. If you could come in from the side, it'd be easy, it'd be cake. Unfortunately, GM gives you these stupid ass bolts. I need one of those helmet lights. Wear right here. Let's make sure the seat is sat in here correctly before we tighten everything down. All right, that should be good. All right, and the other one. So, it's all tight. Let's sit in it. Isn't that what you're supposed to do with seats? You're supposed to sit in them?
You're supposed to race in them, Nick.
Race. I ain't doing no racing with this car. Sight. Well, first impressions, let me get forward here. Honestly, it feels surprisingly good. It doesn't seem any lower. In fact, it seems a little bit higher, but I had my seat down all the way, like the factory seat all the way down. Some people don't do that. So a lot of people have been asking how low or how high, like do you lose inches or do you gain? And the stock Camaro seat, I always had mine all the way to the floor, so it was a little lower than this. But again, guys, last time I drove this car was Christmas Day, so being behind the wheel and feeling it all feels a little different to me. So, but the seat feels great. It feels good. I like it. It's not too high. I think I'll have enough room. I'll have plenty of room for my helmet. I am 5'8", If you guys are like 6'3", but this seat is pretty much perfect for me and my size. And another thing I forgot to mention in the beginning of this video was this is the FX1 Pro, and they also have the FX1 and then they have the FX1 Wide, and it basically goes smallest to largest. And this will fit up to like a 36-inch waist. I'm about 32, 34, so this is perfect for me. Anybody that's a bigger size person, like large, extra large, would probably not fit in this. They would have to go with the FX1, which is like a medium sized seat. And then somebody that has a little weight to them would have to go with a wide. But this seat fits perfectly in this car. I feel very secure, not moving around. I mean, I can't wait to drive it with these seats in. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do it today because it's raining outside. So, yeah, I'm very happy with them. Yeah, I feel very secure, and that's the best thing. Comfort and security is the best things you can find in a racing seat, let's be honest, guys. So, do I wish it could recline back a little bit? Yeah, maybe, but I'm not going to be driving this car like 3 hours. I'm not taking this on long trips. This is like pretty much going to be a race car, so I'm not too worried about that. If I was driving this on the street and stuff like that, I pretty much wouldn't go with a fixed back or like a shell seat. I would go with something that reclines. But I like this. It's great, perfect. It's everything I hoped it was gonna be. So let's get the other one in. Alrighty, both seats are in, pretty easy. Now we're gonna have Lauren behind the camera get in the passenger seat and see what she thinks. She hates them. Look at her.
These aren't bad. In all seriousness.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's like
saying.
a normal seat. I give Corbeau a 10 out of 10. Except like that's awkward.
That's meant for support on your shoulders and your. Yeah. But overall, they fit you good. I mean, you're smaller, and what about your hips? Do they feel secure?
I mean, that's what.
Yeah, like I was saying, these cushions here just come right out. That's where your 5th point harness would go there, and then this bottom one also comes out, as well as the backs right here. So either way, we got a 10 out of 10 from Lauren, and I'll definitely rate these seats 10 out of 10 for sure. So here's a quick shot of what the seats look like in the car. And that red and black sets it all off. It matches the red contrast stitching in the car, which is really cool. And it's not even that hard to get in and out of. Like, I didn't even move the seat. This is where I would want my seat. I didn't have to move it back just to get in. I can get out of it pretty easy. Again, I'm a smaller guy, so it's easier for me. Other guys, and especially if you have a removable steering wheel, like a racing steering wheel or like a telescoping steering wheel, you can push it in or remove it, and it's a lot easier to get out as well. Those are usually what guys do when they have fixed seats. But these sliders, like I said, are nice that you can adjust them. But yeah, I love the seats. They definitely make me already feel more secure, like I was saying. Pricing is very reasonable, very competitive. You know, the quality is great. Comfort is great for what the seat is. You got, this is a Shell racing seat that weighs 17 pounds. It's very comfortable for what it is. And Corbeau is a great brand. They have a lot of different racing equipment. I also got some 5-point harnesses from them that we'll be installing once I have my roll cage in, because we're gonna attach it to the roll cage. So stay tuned for that video. But one last thing before we end the video, I wanna do just a quick helmet test. Alrighty. So, let's see how it feels here. So, it feels pretty good. My head's not too far back. I still have about maybe like 1.5 inches of headroom or so. As far as my head back, it's not bad. I'm gonna be drag racing, so I mean, it's gonna be over in 10 seconds or less anyway, so. But yeah, it's pretty comfortable just sitting in here like this, so my head isn't tilted forward if it feels good. So it passed the helmet test. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. And also, I want to give a special thanks to Corbeau for, again, helping me out and get me situated with these seats. They're a great company to work with, and I would recommend these seats to anybody. For those of you that are watching me for the first time, hit that subscribe button. You'll be able to see a lot of different videos on my current 2013 Camaro ZL1. It's going to be hitting the drag strip this spring, and I have much more planned for it. Big things coming, so stay tuned for that. And also stay tuned for my 2017 ZL1 coming in a few months. But the next things for this car will be the roll cage and the harness install, and then I plan on also getting a drag pack. So be sure to follow all of my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. All of that will be in the description. Hit that subscribe button. Have a great day.